Good evening. We're back with more Marvel Snap. Beginning the evening, I ranked 79 and 8 cubes. I fell down to 79 testing out different decks in an effort to find something that I like that works with my collection. I pulled Ultron from a cache recently, so I'll try him out. This is a pretty basic Patriot deck. We'll see how it goes. I am limited in that I don't have Wave, Daredevil, Thanos, Shuri. I'm missing Destroyer, Red Skull, Taskmaster. So these are some pretty big parts of popular meta decks. Scarlet Witch is in the deck to get rid of any kind of limiting location. Patriot likes to have a full board. We'll steal with the Dream Dimension. So I can expect that one of my ongoing effects will get Enchantress. Because I'm playing against Sarah Miracle. There goes Khazar. Take a shot at filling up the Patriot lane so that my opponent can't Enchantress. And he copies my Ultron, so no surprises. And I didn't draw a playable card for turn 5. Well, I'm gonna win the Bifrost. Well, he's gonna have Mysterio there. Gonna come down to whether he has Enchantress or not. If he has Enchantress, I lose. If he doesn't, I win. Looks like he has it. Yep. I'm actually wondering if Leech would be good in this deck. What would I take out for it? I could have conceded there on turn 6 because I would not be favored with my opponent There was probably like a 2/3 chance that my opponent did have Enchantress there. I knew what deck he was playing, so I could have conceded and saved the cube. He didn't snap, so he didn't necessarily have to have it. I think probably they would usually snap when they have it, but in that case, my opponent did not. Well, now at least Invisible Woman will hide the blue marble. The ideal draw would be Onslaught. I could play Ultron on 5 and then Onslaught on 6. Okay, there's the Enchantress. Adding 15 power to Elysium, a lot to Clintar, and I'm up by 5 at Onslaught Citadel. I don't know what my opponent's going to play. Killmonger, maybe? It would kill his own Sunspot. Wait, where do we end up after that? Yeah, all good. It was a good try at a quick play. He was off by 1. Well, I hope we don't swap to nowhere. I wouldn't be able to mystique the Patriot if we do. Play the Shocker here. Don't want to debris and fill up the last spot at Sewer System. There will be no surprise for my opponent. No chance that he doesn't know what card is behind Invisible Woman. It just protects the Patriot from Enchantress, which he probably runs if he's running Typhoid Mary. So the drones are going to be plus 4 power each. Ultron and Wasp together can win the Sewer System. This looks pretty good. He can't Taskmaster nowhere. He'll have to do it to Starlight Citadel. But I'll win nowhere and sewer system. Not gonna snap though. There's no chance I would get called unless he's got me beat. He can't Zola the Red Skull. He could Zola the Typhoid Mary though, and that could be a problem. I don't know if I beat that. It would nerf all of his cards twice though. Yeah, that would be complicated math to do. Would be 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I'd be at 23. Okay, we got Taskmaster. 0. I don't think that's enough. No, it's not enough. He needed Shuri to win that one. I don't think he would have called a snap though. Patriot is one of my recommendations along with Spectrum Destroyer for what decks to aim your purchasing decisions towards in early pool 3. Either by Destroyer or by Ultron, Patriot, Mystique, and that'll get you started. Same player. See if he has any more luck at drawing Shuri this time. I'm playing the Wasp here because I don't want to draw it again. With such a limited hand, I'd like to maximize my chances of getting my higher cost cards. Okay, I got the Patriot. Let's see. I think I can still win Titan with the Onslaught on turn. Well, I don't think I want Misty Knight there. I want to go Ultron Onslaught to Titan. No Shuri. My opponent's not drawing very well. I don't think he's playing Killmonger or Enchantress, so I don't think the order really matters here. Nor do I think he's going to stick around for the showdown. Yep. Maybe I could have snapped earlier in that one and gotten a cube, another cube. But given that we both knew what the other was playing, unlikely that my opponent would have called at any point during that game unless he could beat me. That's good. Ongoing effects doubled. My opponent is off to a rough start, I would say. So he could leech this turn. If I thought that he didn't have it, the play would be wait, play like Shocker, Scarlet Witch, and then play Blue Marvel later, but leech is so common in the Thanos deck. I don't think I actually want to play Invisible Woman here. Just takes up drone space. I think all I'm going to play is Shocker. That's fine. Scarlet Witch could really only hurt me here, I think. Let's see what my opponent's got. Okay. The reason I'm not snapping is because the Patriot deck is such a known entity that I don't think my snaps would get called unless my opponent had me beat. Though they don't seem to be respecting the Ultron play, but I imagine that would change if I did snap. I can't imagine that they wouldn't respect the Ultron play if I snapped. Opponent waves. So let's see, we could go 4, 5, 6. It's okay. Destroyer.
Enough said, bub.
Clear for takeoff.
Interesting. So the Ultron drones are just going to be +2 each. It's not much. Is it enough to win the big house? It's not enough to win Wakanda. Alternately, would Patriot, if I drew Patriot, I could play like Patriot Debris. Would that be more power?
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
It doesn't change my play much. Okay. So Ultron, and I add 2, 4, 6. So I'm at 10 at Big House. That's not so easy to top. And 15 at Avengers Compound. Let's see if he's got Killmonger. I don't think Killmonger wins. Yeah, death's not enough. Definitely not Ultron. Is it a mirror match? Nexus isn't great for my deck. I'm just gonna zap it. My deck isn't that tall. It's wide. My other play would probably be, could be Shocker, could be Invisible Woman. Don't know that Debris is going to be that good. If I don't draw Patriot, it's not that good. Let's just go Shocker. We're swapping locations, so I'm not going to stack up on one. Now is the play Debris? No, because I still have Ultron. Or I have Ultron. Guess it's just Invisible Woman. This game doesn't look that good. Okay, so we're playing mid. I may need Khazar mid actually. If I am to have any chance of winning this. He arrowed me mid? That was interesting. Patriot Mystique doesn't do a lot at this point. So I'll be at 15 to 2 at Baxter Building. Unless my opponent, like, what if he plays Odin? Do I still win? I think I still win. So what we're experiencing here is the typical new deck boost that the game gives you. When you make a new deck, you win with it for a while. And then they throw the doom switch on you and everything goes wrong. So we'll have to watch out for that. Do I care about Nidavellir? Probably not. Do I want to Scarlet Witch the random third location? Probably not. Just do nothing here. That isn't really very helpful for me.
Face the might of Asgard. Mjolnir! Mjolnir!
Does my opponent run Enchantress? If not, he's in very rough shape. If he does, he's in pretty good shape because I'm going to be stacking up all my buffs on one location. Played as Shang-Chi, so I don't have to worry about, well, none of my cards are over 8 anyway. So the Ultron drones will be +5 each. Unless I get Enchantress, and this may well be a deck that runs Enchantress. Or it could just be locked on. Yeah, it's just lockjaw. So I'll be at 20 at Monster Island. Does my opponent have 8 power there? He might. He very well might. I'll also be at 34 at Nidavellir. We're pressuring everywhere. No snap. It would be too obvious that I have Ultron, I think. It's possible I should have been snapping in all these 2-cube wins. But it seems obvious to me. And I'm assuming it is to other players if I snapped. If I don't snap, then they may figure maybe he doesn't have it. Because he'd snap if he had it.
Opponent snapped.
Still call. Pressuring 3 lanes. Mid by 8. Left by 7. I don't actually think that does anything.
Mjolnir to me. Mjolnir to me.
Oh, the double on reveals hurts. And another one? Oh, jeez.
Mjolnir
Wait, what? How? Oh, right.
to me.
I forgot that he drew all of his cards with Jane. I forgot that he had 2 Mjolnirs to draw. He needed them both. Oh, good snap. He had me beat. I forgot about the double Mjolnir from Kamartaj. The meta is so incredibly conservative right now that players are only snapping on absolutely ridiculous plays like that. Otherwise, people aren't snapping. And I think it's because this meta is... well, the combo decks are gone. The combo decks were what made people willing to snap or call snaps because they made the game more complicated. The Shuri Zero deck is not a complicated deck. The Death Wave deck is not complicated. And the Thanos deck is a little complicated. But those are the 3 decks at the top of the meta, and 2 out of the 3 are very simple. And that has made the meta very conservative. Still gonna have Mystique here. If I don't draw Ultron, hopefully I draw Debris. Sure. This is a ramp deck. So +4, 8, 9. Will be at 23 at Isle of Silence. +7 at Camartage. Wasp is just a 2, 9 power Wasp. Or is it a 10 power Wasp? So I win Isle of Silence. Does he have 8 power for Camartage? There are a lot of things that he could play there that would be 8 power. Will he play there, or will he play to Isle of Silence? I would probably play to Camartage. Of course, he could arrow as well. I don't think this one is any good. Oh, okay. He didn't have it. If I had clicked end turn, I would have won. 1 cube. He actually did respect the Ultron, I suspect. And I didn't have it. No need to zap Death's Domain with Scarlet Witch because I have Ultron. Oh, Cosmo could be very hurtful. He's playing Patriot as well. We got the mirror. Wondering if I should Scarlet Witch Danger him. Let's go Debris. He's got Moon Girl in his Patriot deck. And I have to rely on not getting danger roomed here. Oh, here we go, okay. Okay, so I should count on him having another dino. How much am I adding to the board here? I'll be up 9 at Daily Bugle. That doesn't beat the dino. But I'll be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus another 5 for the Ultron drone. So I'm adding 12. I'll be at 17 at Limbo. Plus 2. I do barely win there. I think I'm okay. Okay. My opponent agrees. So now opponents are respecting the Ultron. Or else they just don't have it. I don't know. So, getting a little bit of those cubes back that I lost experimenting with different things. Mostly I was experimenting with different versions of ramp or some lockjaw, but they were incomplete versions. Ramp without the wave, lockjaw without Thor, that kind of thing, since I don't have those cards. That's not good. This player was playing the Miracle deck, right? Oh, thank you, my opponent. Very helpful. He's running Scarlet Witch and Wizard. I don't think I can stack up my effects here. Probably should have played that to Atlantis. Okay, he's playing Shuri, I forgot. So I should have stacked up my effects. I think I played this opponent 2 times earlier and he didn't draw Shuri at all. Not sure though. 12 power Captain Marvel. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11. I do barely win at Subterranea. +2 at Crimson Cosmos. +4 at Atlantis. Will be 12. We'll go to Showdown. I forgot about the Lizard. Doom, not enough. I really don't know what my opponent was playing. Don't remember if I figured it out before, and I still don't know. Do I need to bother with Vormir? I can do it later if I do need to. Or I could Scarlet Witch. No, I'm gonna Scarlet Witch Warrior Falls. Well, I always have the Wasp if I need to play something to Vormir. You got the Colleen Swarm. I don't know if this is very good. Now my turn 5 play is going to fill Avengers Compound.
Enough said, bub.
Oh, I wish it had gone mid. That would have been so good if it went mid. I can't play Patriot now. Well, I guess I do play it now, and then I copy it next turn with Mystique. Maybe I should do nothing. So if I do nothing, then I can play Patriot on 5, Mystique. No, that doesn't work. Patriot has to go to Vormir, or Onslaught's not going to be able to double it.
Clear for takeoff.
Well, it's going to come down to whether he has the MODOK or not. If he's got MODOK, what happens here? He discards 4 cards, so he buffs Morbius up to 10. Basically, I'm going to lose Avengers Compound. Morbius will be at 10. So he'll have 14 there. The Ultron drones are +4 each, so it'll be 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. Should be fine. Forgot about the extra discard from Dracula, but it's still fine. I probably should have snapped there as well. I did have a thought, though, that I wasn't sure how many swarms he had in hand. I was pretty sure he only had 1, that he'd only discarded swarm once before this. If he had another, though, or if he was playing a 1-drop in his deck, and I was trying to remember what they play in the deck, and usually I don't think they play a 1-drop. But if he did have one like Blade, I would have lost there. Maybe I probably should have snapped as well. Okay, that'll do it for now. So after struggling to find anything that could work and falling all the way from 90 down to 79 after the new meta change, climb back up a little bit with Patriot. So basically the problem I was encountering in falling from 90 to 79 is that my whole collection strategy was oriented around the old meta. I spent my tokens to either acquire decks that were good in the old meta, such as Zabu or Silver Surfer, or decks that were good against the old meta. And then when the meta changed completely, my collection was no longer adequate. The decks that are good in the new meta are Shuri Zero, Thanos, Deathwave, those are at the top, with honorable mentions going to Lockjaw. This Patriot deck is alright. Silver Surfer, or not Silver Surfer, Mr. Negative, and then lane control like Daredevil Professor, that kind of thing. And I lack cards to play any of those in their complete form. I don't have Daredevil, don't have Shuri, don't have Thanos, don't have Wave, don't have Destroyer. So I couldn't come up with anything that would climb, and I couldn't even come up with anything that would break even, really. The only deck I had was Miracle Sarah, and the problem with Miracle Sarah is that Thanos runs Leech, and Miracle Sarah isn't that good against Shuri Zero because they typically hide their first big card behind armor or Cosmo. And even if they do leave it vulnerable, then you're left with the decision about whether they're going to play Zola or Taskmaster. And it's often comes down to a 50-50 what you decide. And then also Arrow is extremely popular right now. And Miracle Sarah is not that good against Arrow. So I couldn't find anything that would slow my descent from 90 after the new meta change. But we'll see how this Patriot deck does. I'm shocked to the degree to which players don't take Patriot or seriously, or don't respect the Ultron, or don't want to do the math or whatever, and they just like, okay, whatever, and then they lose. So now that I got a feel for the deck, I should probably snap more, but maybe I climbed because I didn't. Maybe opponents would have respected the Ultron if I snapped. I don't know. Probably should have in that last game though. But anyway, thanks for watching.